Hey everybody, before we start the stream, make sure that you are following me so that you can get more of my awesome content and join the Discord to voice chat with me. But don't worry, you won't be recorded. And make sure to go check out my reviews over on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are one of those rare people that like to read, you can find my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some of my merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in my About section down below. All right, hello everyone and welcome. I am Mike. I'm actually I'll keep them on. It's fine because we're about to go to the game board. So I'm Mike, and this is Mike's After Action Reviews, and with me today I have
Lore Master Brian.
All right, and I am playing John Bain, and we are playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition. We are continuing on with our current story, Shadows on the Third Rail. We're in our 7th session, and we are chugging along. So I'm playing John Bain. He is a Banu Hakim assassin, and if you want to introduce your character.
Yeah, and then I am playing Vladimir, or Vlad Wolfenstein. I'm a Baruha, and I'm just I beat stuff up.
Okay.
That's about it.
Go. So today, Rowan Calder's player, Salty Skipper, he's not here today, so we are doing the session without him. We're going to be doing that. We're not going to be skipping sessions for missed players. We're just going to kind of wave that away because we do have some issues sometimes. Life happens, and that's perfectly fine, but we've got to keep the channel rolling. We want to keep these things on the proper schedule. So, for anybody who's new, we are doing a little experiment, and we're actually trying to remedy this. We'd like to do something a little different, but for now, we're doing this little experiment where we're actually having an AI so it's a custom GPT, and I've written all this stuff. I've given it a bunch of information and parameters and everything, and it was a really hard, complex thing to do to write this so it can be our storyteller. So basically, you're going to be seeing me or hearing me sometimes typing and doing things because I'm always managing, so I'm kind of the storyteller. The biggest thing with the AI storyteller is that it allows me to play without actually knowing what's going to happen and having direct control over enemies. But it's been an interesting experiment so far. We use a story outline so that the AI actually already knows the story beats that we're going to be playing through. It's really actually cool. Like, once you look behind the scenes, basically the AI has been running it very well so far. But we would, of course, like to be able to have a real life human storyteller. So if you or anyone you know might be interested in that, leave us a comment, send me an email, let me know, and we might just be able to make something happen. So. But otherwise, let's hop in here. We're going to go to the game board, and you're not going to see us, you're going to see our characters. So here we go. All right. Now, can you hear that okay? Are you seeing it? Like, does the music sound okay?
Yeah, well, I can't hear any music right now. Just the stuff from the alchemy.
Oh, okay, yeah, because we're using Alchemy RPG, everybody. So, John Bain here is on your left, and Vlad is on your right. And let's kick it over here to our storyteller, and she is going to take it away for us.
Live stream opening. Storyteller intro. Good evening, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade. Last session, the coterie followed a trail that led beneath the surface of the city. into something far more structured than rumor or coincidence. What began as scattered signs of blood movement resolved into something real, a functioning distribution network operating through the rail lines themselves. That trail brought you to a warehouse in South Brooklyn, a node. You got inside unseen, you observed the operation, and when you moved decisively. One worker is dead, 2 remain alive. The scene was contained, staged, controlled. The masquerade for now holds, but what you found inside changed the stakes. This is not a single site, not a one-off operation. This is a system, moving processed human blood through the infrastructure of the city, routed, coded, and scaled. And at the center of it, one name keeps surfacing: Marrow Distribution. Now, you're still inside that warehouse. The operation hasn't stopped. Cameras are watching somewhere. And with recovered access, you've reached a secured internal section, the kind of place that doesn't exist unless something important is being hidden. You've regrouped, you've positioned, and right now, you are standing at that door. Whatever is behind it is part of the truth, and in just a moment, you're going to open it.
All right. So, we have the keys. How do you want to play this?
Well, I just used the key. Yeah, I used the key card, and then we opened the door opened. Remember, it only opened a little. It didn't open all the way, and that's where we need to maybe check to make sure that it's. I think the key card would disable any security, but just to make sure, we should check the frame and make sure there's no unexpected stuff waiting before we step in. And so I'll listen and see if we hear anything in there, and see whatever I can see. If you want to check out the frame stuff, because we do all that burglary kind of stuff.
Sure, let's do that. Okay, so let's see, Vlad. So you are going to listen and
Yep.
look at the outside of
Listen.
the door.
Oh no, I'm gonna see if I can see anything through the space that's open. I'm gonna try to look to see if I can see anything in the room, or notice if I want to make sure the room is empty of any moving bodies.
Sure. Okay, so he's going to listen and look through the crack in the doorway for any movement or, anything really, okay? And let me see. John Bain is going to... So I'm going to use my burglary skills. Because I have, let me see. Well, I have larceny. Yeah, is going to use larceny to check the door for any kind of traps. Okay, one second. This all occurs before we open the door. Alright, here we go. I spelt larceny wrong. Spelled it with an S because I'm stupid. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Just a second. Oh, it's messing up on me for just a second. Okay, so you need to roll wits plus awareness.
Okay. Yep. Let me see. 2, 5. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I do 5 dice. Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that was stupid. That was a complete fail.
Oh,
Bestial
shit.
fail.
Excuse my language. Okay. Wait, but a bestial failure.
Yeah, non-combat.
In a non-combat thing. Yeah. What do we? Okay, let's see. A bestial failure if the roll fails. Okay, well. We will roll for costs. John, God, Vlad rolled. Vlad. 0 successes with a bestial with a skull. Okay, that sucks. I'm sorry to see that. We'll see what happens. Because a bestial failure would lead to my lord. A bestial failure is going to activate, let me see, frenzy, resist, willpower, hunger die, failure types. Failure in which one? A compulsion. Yeah, you're going to have a compulsion. Fuck. Okay. And then, what do I roll? I'm rolling wits plus larceny, and I do not have yeah, I just have wits plus larceny. So wits plus larceny is 6. And then I have 1 hunger. Huh, look at that. So I got 5 successes. John rolls 5. Okay. Just a moment. It's asking me about this. Okay, so for your compulsion, sorry, it's kind of fighting with me right now. Let me see. For now, here's what I got.
The door stands still in front of you. Vlad leans in closer, listening, watching through the narrow crack. For a moment, there's nothing. Then, something shifts in the silence. Not a clear sound, not movement you can place. Just enough wrongness in the stillness beyond the door to make your beast stir. It presses at the edge of your awareness, unease without shape. A sense that something isn't right on the other side. John's hands move over the door with precision. Frame. Handle, access point. You check the seams, the hinges, the construction. Nothing. No trap, no tampering, no secondary mechanism. The door is clean. Whatever is beyond it is meant to be accessed. The low hum from deeper inside continues, steady, mechanical. The door remains closed. What do you do?
Okay. So no traps or anything, and then I'm checking for your compulsion right now. Just give me a second. Because there's a table I have to use. I'm going to roll for that in a second here. Okay, so roll. Let me see. I need this. This is what I need. Okay, there we go.
Alchemy's showing you offline again.
It's showing me offline again?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still here. I'm rolling for your. So you have your compulsion. Here we go. Yes, there it is.
Compulsion determination proceeds. A roll is required on the provided table. I will now execute the roll. Result: 8. Vlad remains at the door, but something shifts behind his eyes. The silence on the other side is no longer just silence. It feels wrong. Too controlled, too clean, too still. The faint light beyond the crack doesn't reassure. It sharpens the unease. Every detail starts to matter. The angle of the door, the lack of sound, the hum in the distance. It doesn't feel empty. It feels watched. Vlad's posture tightens. His attention fractures outward. Door, walls, ceiling, shadows. Anything that could conceal a threat. The door is no longer just a door. It is a possible point of exposure. Compulsion active. What do you do?
What's my compulsion?
Paranoia.
Paranoia. Okay.
Yes. Do you know what it's talking about? So under compulsions, paranoia. These are the clan compulsions. Wait, where is it? I literally have it right here. I'm looking right at it. Browsing compulsions. Where are you? The vampire tries to disengage. The compulsion ends when a vampire has spent roughly an hour in a safe spot. The vampire tries to disengage from any perceived threat, suspecting anyone and anything. Any action not taken toward the immediate end incurs a 2 dice penalty. So hunter and hunted, a vampire always needs to keep their eyes and ears peeled for trouble with this compulsion. That need flares into a full-blown paranoia as the hunger reminds the blood of its vulnerability. Yep. Ends when the vampire spent roughly an hour in a safe spot. The vampire. Okay, so here's an example. The vampire tries to end or escape the danger by any means, whether running or begging for their own life. This is in a violent setting. In a solitary setting, the vampire sees threats where none exist, lashing out and fleeing, fixating on random occult symbols or weird coincidences. And then in a social setting, the vampire treats everyone with suspicion, trying to get out of any and all engagements. Well...
Okay.
Okay, so you are basically paranoid and more aggressive, and if you are not killing someone that you perceive as a threat or running away from something that you perceive as a threat, then you get a -2 penalty. So I am online, and I can... Just a second. Why is it doing that? I'll be right back. I'll log back in.
There, now it shows you're on.
It does, okay. Huh,
Okay, that's weird.
I did that. That's weird.
Oh.
Okay, now it's saying that I'm on. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so that's your thing. All right. So, but we have yeah, nothing. No trap, nothing. All right. I think I can approach silently, and I can scout ahead while you stay here, and I can signal you with the ear mics, the ear radios, if you want. What do you call them?
Yeah,
They're
just
damn things that we're using.
they're just comm devices like the FBI or CIA or
Yeah, the earpieces.
Secret
I'll
Service.
let you know on the earpiece if you want. Do you, if you want me to scan it, if you want me to scout ahead real quick.
Oh, but I was being all paranoid. Not, I gotta act paranoid. So I'm not even. If I perceive there's a threat in there, I want to extinguish the threat. So stepping into the paranoia part, I am going to first engage my all aura, and then I am going to. I'm going in that room. Because if I think there's something in there, so I gotta stop this threat. So I'm going in with, I turn on my awe.
Okay.
And then I'm also engaging my rapid reflexes, and I am going into that room to see what the threat is.
Room to check for threats. Okay, well, you're doing that before I do anything, so that's fine. Okay. Okay, let's see, why is it doing this? So you're gonna need to do your rouse checks, right?
Not on either of those.
Not on either of those, okay.
Nope, I only need it for fleetness and blink.
Okay,
Seems to be a common occurrence with level 1s, is where there's no rouse check because they're so...
The door swings inward. Vlad moves. Fast. Too fast for hesitation. The moment the gap opens wide enough, he's through it. Body low, eyes sweeping, presence flaring outward as the unnatural pull of awe bleeds into the space ahead. The room beyond opens up immediately. Not a hallway, a chamber. Industrial, but controlled. Clean in a way the rest of the warehouse wasn't. Your movement carries you several steps inside before anything reacts. No immediate gunfire, no shouting. No rushing bodies, but you're not alone. Figures are present, not many, positioned deeper inside the room, partially obscured by equipment and partition structures. They haven't moved yet, but they've seen you. The hum here is louder. Close now. Machinery active, processing something. Behind you, the others are still at the threshold. Vlad is inside, in the open, presence extended, tension spiking. Combat threshold is imminent. Confirm. Do you continue advancing? Do you engage? Or do you take a defensive action?
Oh, they're a threat. So I'm going to engage.
Okay, okay, so you're gonna engage. Just a second. Okay.
Yeah, and as I step through, I let you know, hey, there's somebody's in here, so I'm engaging it.
All right. Okay, so you're gonna run forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually, now I have to do a rouse check because I'm gonna use my
Blink or yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna use my blink to cover the distance and engage. I don't know how many there are because it wasn't very clear.
Okay, so all right, now watch this. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, but I have awe on too. That's supposed to make them cool.
Oh, okay. Well, wait. What is? Yeah. Tell me awe. Then give me the specific description of awe.
Well, that's exactly what it does. Is it? Hold on. Let me get it.
Presence,
Yeah, it's
awe.
present. Yep. Hold on. Dominate. Where is it? Here it is. Charms everyone nearby and makes it basically so I'm everybody they have to not be infatuated, like almost like a ooh, hey, that guy's like center of attention kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
And they're
okay.
not a hostile. They don't think I'm hostile, or they're not supposed to think I'm
Okay.
hostile.
Well, what do you want to do?
I'm...
What do you want to do then? How do you want to handle that if you have awe active? Like, do you still want to run in and attack?
Yeah, because they're still threats. It's just to keep them passive until I can get there and hurt someone bad because they're a threat, and I don't want a penalty.
Okay, so you're blinking to, excuse me, to get to the closest enemy and attack, and I am like, fuck.
Crap. Yeah.
Damn it, Vlad. Okay, John, I am going to activate Wonder Twins. Activate. Sorry, I'm clicking on a bunch of different stuff here. I am going to activate my obfuscate power, unseen passage. And I am going to. I'm going to activate Unseen Passage, and I'm going to move in quickly here. So if I activate Unseen Passage, and I'll activate Silence of Death. So this is that's a free power as well. So activate activates Unseen Passage and Silence of Death. And quickly moves to stealth attack to get into a stealth position. In the room. Preparing to attack. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we've got you blinking to the closest enemy. And John activating Unseen Passage and Silence of Death and quickly moving into the room. Okay, there we go. Cool. Excellent. So you are having the least amount of luck when it comes to these things.
They're rolling.
So, here we go. So Vlad, you're going to do rouse check.
That's one dice, isn't it? Oh, rouse check.
Yep, rouse check is one dice.
Yeah, it's set up here.
All right, so let me, because it's giving
Another.
me everything.
I failed that one too.
Vlad failed. So you just add one to hunger. His rouse check. Okay, and then. And then you're also going to. I have to do a rouse check too. Let me go to my rouse check. I also failed. John failed his rouse check. Okay, and then so then we did that. Step 3. Vlad is initiating hostile action. Initiative order must be established. So you're initiating a surprise attack, so that's fine. You already did that. And then do your attack dice pool. So that would be like brawl.
Yep, I'm using my brawl with grapple to if there however many there are. If I can get however many I can get at one time. But I don't know how many are we actually engaging, so have an idea, because if I grapple, if I grab one individual, I can maybe hopefully use them like a weapon and just slam them into some more.
Okay.
I don't know the position.
All right. Well, okay. So before we establish that, basically it's roll your attack first, because you're going to the closest
Okay.
enemy.
Yeah, so that it would be, what do I have to roll? The strength plus
Strength plus
brawl,
brawl.
grapple?
Yep. Strength
Yeah, so
plus
I roll
brawl, and then any specialties
9.
you add 1. You know.
Yeah. So I have 9, and it should give me 2 hunger dice in here.
Yeah, if it doesn't.
Let me see if it does.
Yep. See, it'll do it automatically.
9
Okay,
successes.
Jesus, there you go. And then that, because it's a critical.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Vlad rolls. There you go, 9 successes with a critical success. And then John, I am rolling.
Oh, +4 for each pair.
Yeah.
So that means I have 1 pair.
Yeah, look, 1,
So that
2,
means I have-
3, 4. Plus 4 for 1 pair is 8.
That's
Plus 1 because
Yep.
you only have 1 pair, so it's 9, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
and then-
yeah. Here's 5, 6, 7, and it added 2. Yeah, okay. It did do it. Okay. Yeah, oh good. It did calculate it.
So it's see, well, 1 second. Let me make sure that just because we're rolling through this, I gotta make sure I got this right. I am, as long as I'm in.
That's good though.
Okay. John's unseen passage works automatically. Works automatically as long as as long as the user admits no overpowering orders and no. Okay, here we go. Bam. All right. So we both get more hunger.
Right.
That
Yeah, I
too.
already have 2.
Yeah. So I've got it set. All right. So I've got 2 hunger now. Vlad, you're using blink. Let me see. Okay, it's giving me. It's going through all of the stuff. So the door opens and Vlad is already gone. No footsteps, no warning. One instant he's at the threshold. The next he is inside the room. Actually, here. See, you know what the problem is? Is that it takes it along. Here, I'll let it play. It's okay.
Good. Now we proceed strictly in order. Step 1, Rouse check resolution. Vlad fail hunger +1, John fail hunger +1. Step 2, John obfuscate state. You are correct. Unseen passage is active. No detection roll unless attention is drawn. Silence of death removes sound. John is effectively undetectable unless he interacts. Someone is already tracking him. Environmental disruption occurs. No stealth roll required at this moment. Step 3, combat trigger and surprise. Vlad uses blink, instant engagement, launches immediate attack. This triggers combat, surprise determination. Hidden resolution applied. NPCs were not actively aware of Vlad pre-engagement. Vlad gains surprise. Step 4, Vlad attack resolution 9 successes with a critical Lakofra. This is critical success, also qualifies as messy critical if any crit came from hunger dice, not stated, so I will not assume. Now step 5, damage calculation. Per rules, open quote, damage equals margin versus defender, close quote. Since target is surprised, no defense roll applies, full success margin applies as damage. Had it in fiction resolution. The door opens, and Vlad is already gone. No footstep, no warning. One instant, he's at the threshold. The next, he is inside the room. The figure nearest the entry barely has time to turn. Vlad is already on them. The impact is immediate, violent, decisive. Body driven back into nearby equipment with a sharp industrial crack. Something gives. bone, structure, maybe both. The figure collapses hard. No counter, no defense, no recovery. They are no longer a factor. The room reacts, not instantly, but fast. Other figures shift, turning, registering the intrusion. The hum of machinery continues, indifferent. John moves, silent. Gone from sight the moment he crosses the threshold. No sound, no trace. He is inside, positioning, waiting. Vlad stands over the downed body. Others are present. Alert now. Combat is active. Confirm. Continue aggression? Target next enemy? John. The space beyond the door opens wide and controlled. This isn't storage, it's a processing floor. Rows of industrial equipment run in parallel lines across the room. Steel frames, sealed units, and suspended tubing systems moving dark fluid between stations. The lighting is low but consistent, clinical rather than industrial. Overhead strips casting a pale, even glow across everything. The hum you heard before is louder here. Constant. Mechanical. Alive. To your left, pallets of sealed containers, uniform and labeled in coded blocks. Not random stock. Organized, logged, staged for movement. Some are open. Inside, blood, bagged, processed, packed in dense quantities. Straight ahead, a central structure partitioned off with reinforced panels and partial glass. Opaque in sections, transparent in others. Light spills out from within it, brighter than the rest of the room. That's where the wiring leads. That's where the surveillance routes. The man Vlad struck lies crumpled near one of the machines, body twisted against the metal frame, unmoving. Further in, 2 more workers. They've turned now. One stands near a control console, hands frozen mid-motion, eyes locked on Vlad. The other is closer to the partitioned structure, half a step back already, posture shifting, deciding. Cameras, not at the entrances, mounted along the interior lines, angled toward the machinery, the workflow, the process. Not security, not oversight. The system is still running. Nothing has shut down. Nothing has stopped. Behind you, the door remains open. In front of you, the operation continues, and deeper inside, that central section waits.
All right, so it's going to be their turn now. Yes.
Okay, and then
So I'm
yeah,
off to
because I
the
didn't.
side hidden. I'm off to the side hidden. You're freaking out. You need to get control of yourself here. This is the second time tonight we've had this problem. I'm kind of following you here. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. So, which of the men, which of the workers is farther, like, where are the workers in relation to us? Like, tell us where each of us is within the room in relation to each other. Here we go.
You've breached the room. Now positions matter. Your position, entry point. You entered from a single reinforced door along one wall. That wall is now behind you. The space opens forward and slightly outward left and right. Vlad, inside the room, 10 to 15 feet from the door, positioned slightly left of center, standing over the downed worker near one of the processing machines, fully visible to the room. John, obfuscated, just inside the room but already moving off angle, currently along the right side lane of machinery, using equipment rows, shadows between units, not visible to workers unless something draws attention. Worker positions. Worker 1 downed at Vlad's feet near a left side processing unit, out of the fight. Worker 2, console operator, just at 25 feet directly ahead of the door, slightly right of center, standing at a control console station, has clear line of sight to Vlad, currently stationary but reacting. Worker 3, near partition, 35 to 40 feet deeper into the room, positioned center left, closer to the partitioned inner structure, has partial cover from structural supports, equipment edges, already shifting backward, closer to that central structure key area, beyond both standing workers, roughly 40 to 50 feet from the door, partitioned with reinforced panels, partial glass, likely contains controls, monitoring, or something more important.
All right. So we're about to go into initiative. We're going to go first. It's going to be our turn first, then theirs. I am going to move towards the... So the thing is that I move in complete silence.
Right.
Because of my thing. So I can just run. I mean, I can run up to this guy. Nullifying all sounds. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I've got them distracted anyway.
Okay.
They're both looking at me. So.
The farthest word. Let me see. I've got to identify because it said which one it is. I'm gonna go for worker 3. Runs toward. Oh, but you know what else I have is I have fleetness. Fleetness gives me the ability to do some things here. Let me just see. Okay. John can silently run anywhere that he needs to without worrying about making any sound. That's fine. Could John make it to the worker 3, the one that's deeper into the room, and still attack within one turn here? Asking our storyteller here. She's gonna tell me this is a kind of question. Okay, so yes. So I don't need to use fleetness. So I'm going to toward worker 3 to attack. John is still invisible and silent. All right, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm turning on my rapid reflexes, and I'm going at the council guy, the one that's about 15 feet away from me. So.
Now, rapid reflexes. Do you need a rouse check? Is that a rouse check?
No, not on that one. That one's passive. I just don't want another hunger right now. Oh, but I still got to stop the threat though, because if I can if these all 3 get taken out, I mean that compulsion hopefully is going to be good.
Let me see.
Because I'm removing the threat, or otherwise being a wimp and running away from it. Gotta face my fear.
Yeah. All right, so you're activating rapid reflexes and moving to incapacitate worker 2.
Yes, full bore. I'm grappling that some bitch.
Okay, are we killing or incapacitating?
Hey, I gotta stop that threat. I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever happens, trying to just remove the threat. So.
Worker 3 to incapacitate him.
We already staged one guy getting run over by a damn forklift, so that's why I don't want to.
Attack worker 2. He does not care if he kills, incapacitates, or kills him. All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take the threat out. That's it.
All right, here we go.
Good, actions are declared. Now we resolve strictly in order. Round 1. Initiative Order 1. Vlad, 2. John, 3. Worker 2. 4. Worker 3. 3. Declared. Move to Worker 2. Attack. Lethal intent acceptable. Rapid reflexes. Passive. Already applied. Required roll. Missing. We cannot resolve the attack yet. Per attack resolution rule, you must roll dexterity plus brawl or melee if using weapon, plus hunger dice included. Optional. Declare blood surge before rolling. Hack John's turn. Declared. Move to Worker 3. Attack to incapacitate. Obfuscate state. Remains active during movement. Breaks at moment of attack. Hash required roll. Missing. We must resolve. Dexterity plus brawl or melee. This is a standard contested roll. Worker 3 will roll dexterity plus athletics. Defense. Important correction. Rules. Earlier I stated Worker 3 would not be surprised. This needs correction. Since John is fully undetected, obfuscate, no attention drawn. This qualifies as a surprise attack condition. Per surprise attack rule, Raw V5, Worker 3 does not get a defense roll. So John's attack will be unopposed. Full successes convert to damage. Stop. Provide rolls. Vlad, attack roll, dex, brawl, melee. Declare if blood surge was used. John, attack roll, dex, brawl, melee. Declare if blood surge was used. Once provided, I will. Resolve both attacks, apply damage, continue initiative with NPC reactions. No narration until rolls resolve.
So for your attack, because you're using a melee attack, you can use either strength or dexterity plus your brawl. Does that make sense?
Oh,
so
yeah.
So every roll is one attribute, and then your skill. So your attribute can either be dexterity or strength plus brawl. Like my dexterity is higher, so I can attack with dexterity.
Yeah, and I'm doing the brawl. Gonna try to. Yep. I always grapple, so that's what I'm using. So I got. That is a blunt. That is a blunt attack. Yeah. All right. So I'll roll mine. That's it. I have 9 dice to roll. Good. Yep, you did do it. All right. 4 successes. 5 fails. No criticals or anything.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. 4 successes, 5 fails. Okay, let's see. Vlad, 4 success, 4 success. And then John. So like, let me see. I can do. So that's 1 second. When you use strength. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go grab my.
Oh, okay. What's up?
I'm going to grab my glasses. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, I'll make my roll real quick.
Yep.
So yeah, we're doing strength plus brawl. Which is, for me, 6. So I roll 4 plus 2 hunger die. And I get 2 successes, 0 failures. I said that wrong, but you know what I'm saying.
All right. There.
2 successes, and then no successes on hunger die. All right. Whew. All right. Here we go. Yeah, stick with strength. If you're doing brawl, just use strength. Or so,
yeah.
Like if we're doing hand-to-hand combat, use strength. Dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity can sometimes be used, but for the purposes, we'll just keep it like that. Dexterity is used for defense too. That's it. All right, here we go.
Good, resolving now in order. Tatter Vlad's attack, Worker 2, console, 4 successes. Target is aware, standard defense applies. Shash hidden defense roll, resolved. Worker 2 rolls to defend, result, inferior to Vlad's roll. Cash damage calculation. Margin equals Vlad wins by multiple successes. Damage applied to Worker 2. In fiction result. Vlad closes the distance fast. The worker at the console turns, too slow. The strike lands solid, driving them off the station and into the equipment beside it. They stagger hard, losing position, not down, but heavily compromised. John's attack, worker 3, rear, 2 successes. Surprise attack, no defense roll. And damage calculation, full successes apply as damage. In fiction result, John moves unseen, no sound, no warning, worker 3 never registers him. The hit lands clean, but controlled, enough to drop them off balance, drive the air from their lungs. They collapse against the partition structure, struggling to recover. Incapacitation is close, but not complete. NPC turn, worker 2, console. Reeling from the hit, they scramble sideways instead of re-engaging. Hand shoots toward the console, slamming something down. NPC turn, worker 3, still recovering. Disoriented, they do not act effectively this turn. To hash immediate environmental change, the hum of machinery shifts. A tone, low, mechanical, begins to build. Not an alarm, something else. End of round 1. Positions now. Vlad, engaged with worker 2 near console. John, adjacent to worker 3, now revealed. Attack broke obfuscate. Worker 2, injured at console, triggered system. Worker 3, heavily compromised, near partition. Central structure still active. Round 2 begins, same initiative order. Vlad acts first. What do you do?
Grapple to incapacitate the film bin.
Vlad is grapples.
Yep.
That's what worker 2, right?
I do believe so, yeah. The council guy, yeah.
2. And then John is going to grapple to incapacitate as well. Worker 3. Here we go. It's going to tell us what to do now. Okay, so then you know what to do. You can do your roll. Okay, 5 successes.
Yep.
Alright, so just a second. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it was 5 successes with a skull.
Yep. Yeah, which the rolls didn't fail, so.
Well,
because I had more success.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know yet.
Oh, I was gonna say because I had more successes than failures.
Yeah, 5 successes, 5 successes with the skull. Okay, so 4 failures with a skull. Okay, and then John, I'm going to tell you right now, is... I gotta remember to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, well, 4, and then I got 2 hunger die. And what do we got? Oh, look at that. 4 successes. That's a skull. See how that works. All right. Here we go.
Good. Resolving now. Vlad, grapple, worker 2, 5 successes, contains a skull on hunger die. Check. Not a failure. Not a bestial failure. Not a critical, no messy critical triggered automatically. Standard success. Defense, hidden roll resolved. Worker 2 attempts to resist, fails to exceed Vlad's result. Result, Vlad secures the grapple. In fiction, Vlad closes in and catches the worker before they can recover from the console. Arm locks in, tight, controlled. The worker struggles, but they're already off balance. Vlad has full physical control. John, grapple, worker 3, 4 successes. Defense, hidden role resolved. Worker 3, already compromised, attempts to resist, fails. Result, John secures the grapple cleanly. In fiction. John steps in immediately after the strike. No wasted motion. He takes the worker down fully this time, locking them in place against the partition structure. Their resistance is weak. They are effectively contained. NPC turn. Worker 2, grappled by Vlad, attempts to resist, fails to break free. No effective action. Worker 3, grappled by John, already compromised, cannot meaningfully resist. Environmental state. The system that Worker 2 triggered is still running. That low mechanical tone, now rising. Still not an alarm, but escalating. Hashtag end of round 2. Current state, Vlad grappling, Worker 2 controlled. John grappling Worker 3, controlled, near incapacitated. Both targets contained but not yet fully incapacitated. System actively escalating. Nag round 3 begins. Same initiative. You now have control over both targets, a system reacting to intrusion. What do you do?
We need to knock these guys out and figure whatever the hell is going on. Something is happening.
Yeah, what did he... So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to apply it very painful pressure and everything to the guy I have and find out what did you hit. What did you hit on that console? And I mean, I'm going to make it painstakingly evident that I want the answer.
Okay.
Because it's a threat, and so I mean I still have that compulsion, so I am.
Oh yeah, because you still have awe. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but now that's going to be nullified because I can use it though for persuasion if I need to roll that to get the answer after I apply some pain to him.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't awe last for a scene, doesn't it?
It lasts
one scene or until intentionally ended.
right. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it back on so I can use it.
Well, you didn't stop it. You didn't stop it, so
right.
it would still have been on. So, ask what the console, what he activated with the console. John tries to knock out worker 3. Alright, we gotta figure out what the heck is going on here. Alright. So yeah, it's gonna be interrogation under grapple. So, your awe, the only thing is, what is your bonus from awe?
Just one die for persuasion, charisma, or, what was the other? Not under performance.
Okay. Okay, so then you're gonna roll, so here's what it said. I'll just tell you because it's easier for me to just tell you. So, okay, so you're gonna roll manipulation plus intimidation plus your bonus.
Yeah, the one die.
Yeah. So roll that.
Okay, so I have 4. Nope, it doesn't go.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing, I was just looking at the sounds. There's nothing there that goes with. Okay, I only got 1 frickin' success.
Okay. You can do a reroll, but you would have to, if you wanted to, but you would have to. Well, let me roll mine first. well, okay, so do you want to do a reroll?
What does that cost me? One humanity, doesn't it?
Not a humanity, it's willpower. Let me see.
Oh, it's a slash.
Yeah, yeah. You may spend 1 point of willpower to re-roll up to 3 regular die on any one skill or attribute roll.
Yeah, I'll use one. I'll put the superficial slash in there.
Yeah, yeah. A sustain is having a superficial damage. So
right.
You only rolled 4. What is your charisma?
My charisma is only 1.
And your intimidation?
So my intimidation actually is, I added the 1, so I have, it's only 1 in intimidation.
Okay, so you got
but
1,
I used,
2 plus 1.
With I did manipulation plus 1, and then the bonus of 1.
Okay.
So I can re-roll all 3 of those dice then.
Yes.
Up to 3 dice.
Yeah. So you've got 1.
Okay,
so you're saying that. Okay, so you can re-roll manipulation or charisma, not both. So you have intimidation plus intimidation, and then plus 1. So your charisma or your manipulation, whichever one you want, plus your intimidation plus 1. So which one is higher, your manipulation or charisma?
Manipulation.
Okay, so your manipulation plus intimidation plus 1. You have 1 success right now. Re-roll 2 dice.
2 dice or the 3?
Well, because you said
the
that
3 I'm in.
You said that you should have only rolled 3.
Oh no, not with my manipulation, and the awe is plus 1, and my intimidation is 1 die, so it was 4 total.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then re-roll the 3.
Yeah, I'll re-roll 3 of them. 3. Oops. Cancel.
You just click. You can click on them in the little thing, like where it shows.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you just you click on the die that are failures, and click on just click on them, and you'll see red dots come underneath them, and then underneath it you'll see it says reroll. Yeah.
There. All right, 3 successes.
Okay, 3 successes.
Now.
Yeah, I see that, and then I'm looking. I want to make sure that because do we have your willpower tracked? Because you've got.
Yeah. I got 4 full, 1 superficial, which at the end of the session.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about on my end. On my end, you're fine.
Okay.
So Vlad, that was 4 successes, 3 successes, 3 successes.
Yep, 3.
3 successes. And then John's roll. Strength was 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? Because it's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna forget this every single time. I got 2 hunger. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Your strength, though, I thought your strength is 4, and your.
Nope, 3,
what
3.
level's your? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It's Rowan. Rowan had 4 for strength.
Resolving round 3. John, knockout, worker 3, 4 successes. Target already, grappled, compromised, failing resistance. Result, John completes the takedown. In fiction, the struggle ends quickly. A shift in leverage, tightening pressure, cutting off movement and breath. Worker 3 goes limp, unconscious, out of the fight. Vlad, interrogation, worker 2, 3 successes. Target, grappled, injured, under awe, under physical pain compliance result. They break, partially. In fiction, Vlad tightens the hold. Pressure, precise, controlled, unbearable. The worker gasps, body locking against the pane, voice cracking as awe presses in alongside it. Protocol. They choke, trying to breathe. Not alarm. System handoff. Their eyes flick toward the deeper structure. Central. It flags. Irregulars. Routes control downstream. The tone in the room rises another degree. At NPC turn. Worker 2. Still restrained. Still in Vlad's control. They do not break free. Environmental state. Critical update. The system has recognized disruption, not sounding an alarm locally. Instead, routing control away from this node, something deeper in the network is now aware. End of round 3. Current state. Worker 3 unconscious. Worker 2 restrained, talking under pressure. System, escalation progressing. Handoff in motion. Central structure, still active, now more critical. Hack round 4 begins. Vlad still has control. John is free to act. The system is changing state. What do you do?
All right, what the hell does that mean?
I have no idea. So what I'm gonna do is, more pain on the worker. I don't care if I break a finger. I don't care if I break something. And I'm gonna tell him, how do you turn that off, so that you know, so that you can turn it off if it's inside that room or whatever.
Okay, so we're even breaking a bone here.
Yes.
And says, how do you turn that off? Alright. So I say to the man, what the hell does that mean? And then Vlad applies more pain, even breaking a bone. What bone? You want to break his arm?
Yeah, whatever I got a hold of that I can snap.
Okay, how do you turn that off? You just want to say, how do you turn that off?
Yes.
Okay.
And even if it had to report an accident or something.
Yeah, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go.
Resolving round 4. Vlad, active control. John, free. Worker 2, restrained. Action classification. Vlad, escalated coercion, violence plus interrogation. This remains manipulations, intimidation, with awe active, increased pressure, reduced difficulty. John, verbal pressure, but worker is already under Vlad's control. No separate role required. Falls under same interrogation pressure. Vlad, role required. You must roll again. Manipulation, intimidation plus awe bonus. Hunger included. Stop. Required role provide Vlad's role.
There you go. So roll your manipulation plus intimidation and your awe bonus again.
Yep.
And it's just telling us that it'll be easier, but
all right, I got 2 successes.
Resolving round 4. Vlad's escalation. Vlad, interrogation result 2 successes. Target condition, restrained, injured, arm broken, under awe, already partially compliant. This is enough to force a full answer under duress. In fiction, the arm goes, a sharp, wet crack. The worker screams, voice breaking, body convulsing against Vlad's grip. They don't hold. They can't. See can't. Breath hitching. Panicked now. It's not local. You don't shut it off here. Their head jerks toward the partition structure deeper in the room. Central control handles it. This node just flags and passes. The rising tone sharpens again, more defined now. Not loud, but decisive. Once it flags, they choke, eyes wide. Someone else sees it? And heck, environmental update, critical. Handoff is nearly complete. Control is leaving this warehouse node, being transferred deeper into the network. You are losing the ability to stop this from here. Hack current state, worker 2, fully broken, restrained, no resistance. Worker 3, unconscious, central structure. Now the only local point of control. System, seconds from completing escalation. Round 4 continues. John is free. Vlad has control. Time is now a factor. What do you do?
Okay, 1 second. Let's pause, because I got to get clarification here. Okay, so pause time here so that way we can ask you a question outside of narrative. Is this guy, just clarify what he's saying here. Is he saying that that big computer that we see is doing something that is going to send an alert to the rest of the system? Yes. Worker is saying, mechanically, the warehouse is not the control point. It's a node in a larger system. When something goes wrong here, the system detects an irregularity. The node flags the event. Controls automatically handled off in and out to the central system elsewhere. The computer you see is running local operations monitoring login, but once triggered, it does not decide what evidence. It passes the responsibility upward. Something is being reported outward, but more importantly, the system is now escalating the situation, giving visibility to somebody else, possibly changing how the network behaves in response. We're not just dealing with an alarm going off. This location just told a larger system that something is wrong and the system is now taking over. So we still, this is what it's saying. I'm just reading it to you instead of having it speak now. So it's saying you still likely have local access, that central structure in the room, but that window is closing quickly. You want, okay, so that's what we know. That's what he is trying to tell us. What do we do?
Well, it says it's closing. We need to get any of that. Find where it's being. If there's footage being recorded, we have to take that out. Because so I'm gonna
I'm gonna ask you real quick. Describe the computer. Describe the computer, because I want to know. So we're looking over at this computer. What do we see here? Okay, reinforced. Okay, here I'll read it.
You look past the struggling worker toward the central structure. The computer isn't a single machine. It's a contained control environment. A reinforced partition forms a partial enclosure, metal framing with thick paneling and inset glass sections. Inside, the lighting is brighter, clinical, focused. At its center, a multi-station control array. Not a desk, not an office terminal. An operations console. Several flat displays are mounted in a staggered arc, each showing different data streams. Routing lines, shipment identifiers, status indicators moving in real time. Nothing looks like a typical UI. It's structured, coded industrial. Built for operators, not observers. Below the screens, a bank of physical controls. Keycard slots. Toggle switches with protective covers. Embedded keypads. A primary terminal interface, locked behind access layers. This is where the worker was looking when he said, "Central control handles it." Behind the console. Server racks, tightly packed, cabled cleanly into the floor and ceiling. No exposed clutter, everything deliberate. Cooling systems hum steadily, feeding into the same low mechanical tone you've been hearing. And now, something has changed. On one of the central displays, a section of the interface has shifted. Not flashing, not alarming, just updating. Lines of data rerouting, access states changing, control permissions moving. This isn't a panic system, it's a handoff system, and it's already in motion.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at this guy. I'm gonna tell me what to do to turn this off or stop it. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna what will yeah, how do we give him a tell them it was a fault. It was an accidental. How do we fix it? Yeah, just like you said.
Okay.
Except I'm going to give him a little pain to make him stay cooperative. Because we have our key cards yet. You have one because Rowan's not here, and then I had the one that opened the door.
How do we change it so it, like, how do you say this?
How do we flag a false positive?
How do we flag it as a false alarm?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so roll your manipulation plus intimidation. Plus your awe bonus. And, you know, in your hand and all that. Okay.
3. Okay.
Wad. 3 successes. Here we go.
Resolving round 4. Final interrogation result. Vlad. Interrogation. 3 successes. Given. Target is fully broken. Under extreme pain, under awe, time pressure, this yields usable but limited instruction. In fiction, what he says. The pressure spikes, his body jerks, voice breaking completely now. Yee, you can't cancel it. He gasps, shaking. It's already handed off. His eyes dart toward the central console again. Desperate. Why you can only override local queue. Breath hitching, terminal, main console, needs admin key. He chokes, trying to focus. Or cut, process, kill the batch. If it stops clean, system logs it as fault, not breach. Clarified meaning, OSC precision. You now have 2 possible ways to affect this. 1. Override at the console. Requires admin level access, keycard credentials. Would potentially halt or mask the escalation. 2. Disrupt the process. Physical system. Kill the batch means interrupt the operation in a way that looks like system failure, not intrusion. This could prevent escalation being treated as hostile, but risks damage, unknown side effects. Hack critical state update. Handoff is already in progress. You are now in a mitigation window, not prevention. Round state. Worker 2, fully compliant, restrained. Worker 3, unconscious. System, actively transitioning control. Console, actionable point. Next action window. You may now move to console, attempt override, sabotage process, continue interrogation. Limited value remaining. What do you do?
Do we already have, one second, out of narrative here, one second. Okay, pause time. This is out of narrative question. Is one of the key cards that we have already an admin key card? The one that we would have used to open the door, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Open the door to this room. I don't remember. They open the secure. Okay, so it's not confirmed to be admin level. Here's what it says. I'm trying to remember.
Good question. This is exactly the kind of thing that needs to be clarified cleanly. Short answer, no. The keycards you used are not confirmed to be admin level. What we do know from established play, the keycards open the secured internal door, belong to floor-level personnel, workers, operators. What that implies, rules consistent, non-invented. They grant access clearance to restricted areas. They do not automatically imply administrative system control privileges. What the NPC explicitly indicated, open quote, terminal main console needs admin key, close quote. That distinguishes access key what you have versus admin key higher privilege tier. So mechanically, you likely can access the console physically, but you may face permission lockouts, higher difficulty, or need alternative methods, larceny, hacking, force, etc. If you want to confirm in-game, you would need to inspect the keycard, investigation, technology, larceny domain, or attempt access and see system response. If you want, I can break down what roles actions would be required to bypass admin access, or what kill the batch might look like mechanically. Just say the word.
I mean, I can use larceny. I can try to use my larceny on the
Well, they said if we kill the batch, that will tell the higher ups that it was a system failure.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cloud mine these guys anyway, so make sure they don't remember anything. They won't be able to provide him.
All right. Well then. All right. So then, that's what I'll be asking. How do you kill the batch? John asks, how do you kill the batch?
Yeah, and
okay. Anything else you want to say, or because I'm just gonna have my guys. I'm gonna ask him, how do I kill the batch?
yeah, no, then I'm just applying and saying, yeah, answer the question now.
Yeah. Just a second. I think it messed up. Okay, here we go.
Resolving continued interrogation under control, no role required. Target fully broken, question is procedural follow-up. In fiction, the man shakes in Vlad's grip, barely holding himself together. You don't, he gasps, then forces it out. Line feed. His head jerks toward the machinery lines running through the room. The active run. You have to interrupt it mid-cycle. Breath hitching. Not clean shutdown. Has to look like failure. His eyes flick again toward the central console. Console can do it. If you have access, force abort corrupts the batch. A swallow. Or manual. Break the flow. Disconnect a live line. Overpressure or stall. System flags it as fault. OOC clarification. Precise meaning. Kill the batch equals interrupt the active processing cycle in a way that looks like a system.
I don't like that. I'm gonna tell her to stop telling us that stuff. Do you want me to break it, or
Okay.
do you want me to do something, or you want to have the? I mean.
Yeah, break. Yeah.
He should be able to do it from the console.
Well, he says you can. He says you got to break one of them lines up above and make it look like a fault in the line. So we need to break that line. What's that?
I said, ask him, because it says you can't. It says, he said, sorry, it said console can do it if you have access. Force abort, corrupt the batch. Oh, but not his console, the other console. Okay, all right.
Break a line. Break the line.
So, okay, then John will move to break one of the lines.
Yeah, and then I'm going. Yeah, and then I'm gonna. This guy is no use right now, so I just want to knock him out. So then when I cloud his mind, it'll be easier. And then you go to break a line. I'm gonna knock the guy out, and then head into look for where the security feeds are.
Yeah. Okay.
That way, I can at least the ones that are knocked out, you can try to get them partially up, and I can cloud their minds. And after we find the security feed. And then yeah.
All right, here's what we got.
Good. Resolving round 4 final actions, system interaction plus cleanup. Stark John, kill the batch. Physical method, action classification. This is environmental interaction, industrial sabotage. Falls under dexterity plus larceny, or strength athletics depending on method. You described. Open quote, make it look like something sharp fell on it. Close quote. This is controlled sabotage. Roll required provide. Dexterity's larceny roll, precision, staging as accident, or strength plus athletics, forceful break, less controlled. Have Vlad knock out worker 2. Action, target is restrained, broken, no resistance, no roll required. Result, worker 2 is rendered unconscious. Vlad, locate security feeds. Action classification, perception, investigation. Requires wits plus awareness or intelligence plus investigation. Roll required provide Vlad's perception roll. Current state, held pending rolls, worker 2 unconscious, worker 3 unconscious, system escalation still in progress. John moving to sabotage line, Vlad searching for surveillance routing. Stop, provide rolls. John, sabotage roll. Vlad, perception investigation roll. Once provided, I will resolve whether the batch is successfully killed, whether escalation is mitigated, what Vlad finds in the surveillance system.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. Okay, so I've got dexterity okay, I've got 4. Okay, larceny 3. So that's 7. So 5 plus my 2 hunger. Here we go. Look at that. 4 successes. Let me see. And then your roll needs to be either wits plus intelligence. Sorry, wits and awareness, or intelligence plus investigation.
Wits, I'm taking wits and awareness, so I get 5.
Okay. What did I say? 4 successes.
I only got 2 successes.
Okay, so we've got 2 successes versus. I have 4 successes. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Shoot, I'm gonna run out of juice. Yeah.
You say you're gonna run out of juice?
Relax.
Oh, you're talking to your dog.
Yeah. No, my vape, battery, at 15%.
Keeps going off. All right, here we go.
Resolving round 4, final outcomes. John, kill the batch, 4 successes. Result, clean success. In fiction, John moves fast, controlled, deliberate. He doesn't just tear the line, he stages it, a precise rupture at a stress point in the system where pressure and material fatigue would make sense. The line gives a sharp split. Dark fluid sprays contained but violent, spattering the nearby housing. The machinery reacts immediately. Pressure drops, flow destabilizes, systems begin compensating. Then, they fail to compensate. The hum stutters, that rising tone breaks, not into an alarm, but into a fault state. System state change, escalation process, interrupted, event classification, shifting from intrusion, irregularity, toward mechanical failure. You did not stop the system, but you changed how it will be interpreted. Vlad, locate surveillance, 2 successes. Result, partial success. In fiction, Vlad moves through the space, eyes tracking wiring, mounts, angles. He finds it, not a central security room, but a routing system tied into the control structure. What you identify. Camera feeds are internal only, focused on workflow, processing lines, operators. The feeds route directly into the central console system, and from there, outbound to wherever central control is limitation. You do not yet have direct access to the feed controls or confirmation of whether footage has already been transmitted. Current state, post-action. Both workers unconscious. Batch successfully disrupted, staged as failure. System no longer escalating as intrusion. Surveillance active, routed through central console. Central structure still operational. Immediate situation. The room is no longer reacting aggressively, no alarm sounding, machinery partially failing but stabilizing into shutdown behavior. But the system has recorded everything that happened here. Whether that matters depends on what you do next. No combat active. Scene is live. What do you do?
Okay.
All right. Check the one guy the first one. We need to find a key. Get in this console so we can pull the local feed.
Okay. All right. So
we need access into that console.
Are we both doing this?
Well, you just have to check the one you knocked out.
Cat worker 3.
And then, yeah, and I'll even the first one that we gotta check him too. So we need to see if we can find something to allow us into that one console. Does it take an access card, or do we have to? Or could you break into it? I don't know. Didn't specify if it had the one outside did. Or was that the same one, that main console?
All right. Okay, now he finds it. We're routing some out of the control structure into the control structure. Yeah, it's the main one. Go directly into the central control, and from there outbound. Cannot have direct access or confirmation. Okay. For anything useful, looking for a key to use. My God, why can't I spell things today? And then okay, so then wait. So I'm checking him. What are you wanting to do?
Well, that's what I'm saying is we got to figure out how to get in here. I don't know if it needs will it take a card, and if it does, okay, then we have to check. Somebody's got to have a friggin' card here if it takes one.
Okay, well let me ask what's happening. Yeah, so again, pause, out of narrative question here for the storyteller. That central control system that everything keeps kind of coming back to, where we're finding like we're seeing that all of the surveillance footage and everything goes to. Does that require a key card or a key? Like what is required to get in there? Can we tell from what we see right now?
Good question. This is exactly the right kind of clarification. What you can tell right now, based on what has been described and observed, from the physical setup, the central structure is partitioned, reinforced, contains the main console plus server racks. It is not openly accessible like the rest of the floor. Nav visible access indicators. From what you've seen, there are keycard slots on the console itself, access layers on the terminal interface. The structure itself appears to have controlled entry, not just walk-in, likely restricted personnel access. What that implies, without guessing beyond evidence, you can physically approach it, but interacting with it will likely require credentialed access, keycard or login, and not all keycards are equal, as established earlier. What you do not yet know, important. Whether your current keycards are sufficient, are partially sufficient, or will be rejected. Whether there are secondary authentication steps, or if physical access alone is enough to attempt something. Bottom line, from what you can see right now, open quote, the system is secured and expects authorized access, but you won't know if your credentials are sufficient until you try to use them.
Okay.
All right, so you check your guy to see about that console that's out here, if he has a key card, and then I'm going to try to use the one that got us into this room to try to physically go inside and see if I can get inside on the enclosure.
Yes.
And see if I can see where if there's someplace I can get to the security footage from there, if I can get inside.
Vlad attempts to use the key card we already have.
Yeah, the one that got us in here.
Yep. Try to access the computer area. There we go. All right.
Time resumes. John moves first. He drops to worker 3, hands moving quickly, efficiently, checking pockets, waistband, jacket lining. You find a key card, similar make to the others, but marked differently. A small handheld device, likely for logging or scanning. No weapon beyond basic tools. The key card has a different color stripe, a slightly heavier casing. Vlad steps up to the central console. The screens continue shifting. Data rerouting, systems stabilizing after the fault. He takes the key card you used earlier, slides it into the reader. There's a brief pause, a soft tone. The interface responds, but not fully. Some elements unlock. Basic system status, local node data, portions of the routing interface. But other sections remain sealed. Command inputs, override controls, deeper system access. A prompt appears on one of the screens. Open quote, insufficient privilege, admin authorization required, close quote. The system is responding to you, but it's not giving you full control. The room is quieter now, machinery winding down from the disrupted process. Both workers unconscious, the console partially open, and somewhere beyond, the system still exists. What do you do?
Hey, I found a key card. It looks a little different. Maybe you want to try this one.
Yeah, let's try that one.
Yeah. John, so I'm giving you the key card. We got this. We got this. We're gonna do it.
Vlad takes the new keycard. The weight difference is noticeable even before he reaches the console. He inserts it into the reader. This time, the system reacts immediately, a sharper tone, not an error, recognition. The interface shifts. Locked sections begin to open. Command inputs come online, override panels populate, routing controls expand into full view. The screen layout changes from passive monitoring to active control interface. A new prompt appears. Open quote, admin access confirmed, close quote. Beneath it, several options are now visible. Batch control / override, system logs, surveillance routing, node status, and network link. The system is no longer just showing you what it's doing, it's waiting for input. The machinery continues its slow, uneven wind down behind you. Both workers remain unconscious. No alarms, no immediate interruption. You have control. What do you do?
Don't you have a little bit of tech stuff like
Technology. Yeah, I have technology 1, so I'm gonna I want to security feed stuff. I'm gonna tell it to input the shut off any outgoing and then delete. I want everything deleted that it's locally stored. And I do have technology 1, which is, I mean, I'm not a super computer genius, but.
Just a moment. Oh, hey guys, we've got to go to an intermission because something is happening it'll just take 2 seconds though. So 1 second, I'll go to intermission, I'll come back, we'll do this, okay? All right, just give me a second. See you after these short messages. everybody. Sorry about that. My wife, my kids turned on the hose outside. My wife couldn't get it turned off, so there was a whole debacle. Finished with that. My wife says we've got another half hour. Well, got about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna have to be done here. All right. So you are stop. The system from sending out any security footage, and then delete the footage. Okay? Anything else you want to do? Is there hey, oh, sorry, go on.
No, because, yeah, delete anything any locally stored security footage.
Is there a way that I don't know about all this stuff, okay? But is there a way that you could make that thing maybe, I don't know, crash or look like it was all just a huge malfunction and then there's no suspicion at all? Because it's fine if we delete the footage, right? But then the footage is gone. I think we should try to delete the footage try to delete the footage for sure, and then try to maybe do something where it looks like everything just kind of blew up, or however you'd call it.
Yeah. Then I'll have the once I delete the footage, then I'm gonna try to put the system into a basically to make it look like the computer system crashed.
Okay. System crashed prior to our arrival. Time to avoid suspicion. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is interesting.
This is a complex system action, must resolve by rules before narration. Hack action breakdown. Vlad, you are attempting 3 things at once. 1, stop outbound transmission of surveillance. 2, delete local footage. 3, alter logs to simulate pre-existing crash. System domain detection. Per gameplay parameter sheet, investigation, system interaction, item use. This is a high complexity technical action, requires roll. Correct dice pool. This falls under passions plus technology. You are operating a specialized system, not just bypassing a lock. Difficulty context, hidden but important. You have admin access, major advantage. You are attempting multi-step manipulation, real-time system interference, log falsification. This is a single roll, high-stakes resolution. Hap optional declaration before rolling. You may blood surge, must be declared now. Stop, provide roll give. Intelligence plus technology roll with hunger. Whether you are blood surging. Once provided,
Okay.
I will resolve all 3 objectives together. Apply system.
All right.
What's the blood surge do again?
It increases your it could increase your attributes. So it would be, it's not your skills, it'll be your attributes, like your intelligence. So what
Right.
Yeah.
Is it by 2 die or something? Can't remember.
It says on your sheet, yes, blood surge is +2, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll blood surge for this because it's intelligent.
What is your intelligence plus your technology?
3. No,
Hello?
yes. It's 3 total.
Let me ask it. Okay, what? Okay, just a quick. Okay, just another out of narrative question here. What if we? So basically, I understand that it's 3 different tasks that we're trying to do here at the same time. Basically, what I'm wondering is, because of difficulty, like obviously he should be able to delete the local footage. Possibly stop the outbound transmission of surveillance. And then the big one is altering the logs to simulate the pre-existing crash. So how is difficulty going to work here? Should we do these tasks as 3 individual tasks with 3 individual roles? Or should they be done all at once? I'm asking how it wants to handle it, because I don't want it to be that you fail at everything. You fail at the hardest thing, so don't do anything. Does that make sense? Because that's not realistic or fair.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's asking us to do 3 roles then. It's actually saying, like, yeah. Okay, so, tell you exactly what role. Okay, so let's stop the outbound transmission then. That's what it's, okay. Vlad. Okay, so. Alright, so we will then do it as 3 separate roles. That's fine. Let's start with stopping the outbound transmission. Alright, so roll intelligence plus technology. Include hunger dice and if you want a blood surge.
I don't know how. Okay. Yeah, but blood surge, what does that increase my hunger?
If it fails.
Oh, I have to roll for the blood surge? Or if the roll fails?
Yeah, so what it is, I'll read it exactly just so you can understand. Lord. Blood surge. Adds extra dice. Costs 1 rouse check. Can only be used once per roll. Bonus remains throughout any willpower rerolls. You'll do a rouse check. If you fail the rouse check, it'll increase your hunger. If you succeed the rouse check, it does not increase your hunger, and then you get a bonus. Your bonus will be 2.
Okay. I'll try it, I guess. So, yeah, blood surging and...
Okay, so no increase of hunger. Okay.
And then I get the bonus.
Yes.
Okay, so then I do intelligence, so 4, 5. So now I roll 5.
So your bonus
1,
should be
2,
plus
3.
2. Plus 2. So.
Yep.
Okay.
So 5 total.
Yep. Okay.
All right. 2 on the first one. Are these cumulative? So I did the rouse check since I'm on a computer, or do I have to do them each individual?
It's per roll. Okay, here we go.
Vlad moves across the console, fast, focused. The interface responds to his inputs, menus shifting, routing panels expanding. He finds the outbound channel, not labeled clearly but identifiable through active routing lines, data throughput indicators, external link status. He forces the interruption. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, the routing lines stutter. Data flow spikes, then drops. One of the outbound indicators flickers, then goes dark. A warning appears briefly on the screen. Open quote, node link interrupted. Close quote, it does not escalate. It does not alarm. It simply logs. The system adjusts. Outbound transmission halts. External link no longer actively pushing data. But other indicators remain. Prior activity logs still present. Internal recording still exists. The system is now operating in a disconnected state. The console remains under your control. The next step is open. What do you do?
Alright, so then the next one will be deleting the footage logs.
Yes. So I don't want to roll. Need to do that. Okay, I'll do a rouse check again to see if I can get.
Okay.
But if it fails, I still get the bonus, don't I?
Yes.
You know, that sucks.
So now you add a hunger.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's. No, I'm gonna bite somebody. I tell you.
Okay, so your blood surges and fails. Then do your roll. Three successes.
Yep.
There we go. What's your hunger at right now?
3.
We'll handle it.
Vlad moves through the interface again, faster this time. He navigates into the surveillance routing, finds the storage index, multiple feeds, time-stamped, segmented, buffered. He isolates the relevant window, the moment you entered, the movement, the engagement. He initiates deletion. The system pauses, not resisting, but processing. Then, the selected segments disappear from the primary display. The timeline compresses, closing the gap where those files existed. A small notation appears briefly in a side log. Open quote, local data purge executed. Close quote, it does not escalate. It does not flag externally. However, as the interface settles, you can still see residual indexing entries, empty space where data used to be, system references that something existed and now does not. The footage is no longer visible, no longer accessible through standard interface. But the system remembers that something changed. The console remains active. One step remains. What do you do?
All right, this is the big one. Now we're gonna do the crash.
Yeah.
Okay, now Vlad will attempt to. All right, so now Vlad is going to attempt to make it look like the system crashed before all of this, so that even if someone gets into the computer system, it just looks like everything went wrong, and that's why they had all these malfunctions instead of showing. It makes it so that way there will be no trace of the footage being deleted or any of that.
I did my rouse check.
Oh, and you
I was
passed.
successful, so. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. So now, okay, now do your roll. Oh fuck. Okay.
So 2 successes and then a bestial failure.
Okay. Don't worry, we'll deal with it, okay? 2 successes. It's with 3 failures, one of which is a skull. Do you want to do it? Well,
Why is... Oh, that's right. 3 hunger die. Yeah, I can... Up to 3 dice I can pick, right? If I...
Yep.
So then can I pick that bestial one? Any 3 dice I want, or?
Let me just check to verify real quick. So for... I will tell you. Rolls, re-rolls, I have it all right here. Willpower re-roll. Okay. You can spend 1 willpower to re-roll up to 3 dice on any one skill or attribute, including a roll involving vampire disciplines. When players players may not spend willpower to re-roll hunger die, willpower die, humanity rolls. Yeah, you can do it. Well, wait, but
Okay,
how many, but how many hunger die is it? How many hunger die did you just roll?
3.
So you cannot re-roll hunger die.
So I can re-roll the 2 though.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh. There.
Oh, did it actually work as a re-roll? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I have 3 successes.
Okay. Okay. Redo this. Sorry, so just a second. Redo this narration as if the first outcome never happened. It was always that he had 3 successes. Sorry. Because when I do a reroll, it'll be like sometimes it'll say to me like, "Oh, he went back and did it again." Okay.
Yeah, because then that bestial does no longer apply because there's more successes than fails.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Vlad works the console, steady, controlled. He moves past the surface interface and into the system logs. The timeline lays itself out in ordered precision. Routine operations, active batch processing, system activity leading into your disruption. He begins reshaping it, not just cutting, rebuilding. He traces the structure of the system, how failures propagate, how pressure faults register, how automated responses cascade. Then he rewrites the sequence to match that logic. Entries shift. Instability appears earlier in the timeline. Minor faults accumulate into system degradation. Pressure irregularities emerge naturally. The batch failure follows as a consequence. The node disconnect now reads as part of that failure cascade. Not a reaction, not a response, just the system breaking down under its own strain. He checks the flow again. Everything aligns. Dependencies follow correctly. Error chains connect cleanly. No abrupt gaps. No unnatural insertions. There is no trace of intrusion, manual deletion, external interference. The system now tells a single story. It failed. The console settles into idle. No warnings, no flags, no escalation. Behind you, the machinery winds down, quieting into stillness. Both workers remain unconscious. The node sits darkened and disconnected. A dead link in a system that will see nothing more than a malfunction. What do you do next?
All right, so we are coming up on time when Ellie told me, my wife Ellie told me I have to quit here, so what do you want to do for our last thing here? What do you want to do for your last thing here?
Our wrap up before the session ends is I need to feed on one of them guys. I want to feed on one of them guys, and then I'm going to cloud the mind of all the workers so that they forget that we were here, and then we still have the accent staged. So and I think it can be, we don't need to step through and do each little bit, because it's just how long is it going to take in game time versus what time we have left. So I want to get my hunger down, so that's what I'm going to do it before I cloud the guy's mind.
Okay, yeah. Hunger adds special dice that can only goes down by feeding. Now, when you cannot reduce hunger to 0 unless you kill the person.
You can't. Yeah.
Let's just make sure that we're doing this right. The big thing is that you're. What? Oh, maybe I guess I look it up underneath hunger. Hunger 205. I've got the book right here. I have zero confidence in myself. That's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you're going to feed traits. Why is that? Yeah, because you're almost to the point of like, once you reach hunger 5, forget it. You've gotta. You're gonna have a problem. Here we go. Slaking hunger. Drinking blood reduces a vampire's hunger by a fixed amount. Only draining a human of blood, thereby killing them, can reduce to 0. The younger vampires can reduce hunger to 1 without killing a human victim as vampires' blood potency increases. Okay. For example, vampires cannot reduce their hunger below 3. Don't worry about that. Without killing a human victim. Okay, yeah, cool. Alright, well, there's no combat, so, yeah, you can drink it down to 1 if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Feed on one of the workers. To bring his hunger to 1. And then, he will use cloud memory to make them forget everything. The guy with the broken arm fell.
Yeah.
Arm will think that he fell when the malfunction happened. There you go. Now for cloud memory, which is a dominate.
Yes.
That is a free one.
Yes. And that's why I did it after they were. I'm just gonna wake them up so they're groggy, so they don't resist at all.
Yeah. All right. Here you go.
And they
The
take
room has
Yeah. All right. No problem. Here we go.
The room has gone still. The machinery no longer fights to maintain pressure. The hum has dropped to a low, fading presence. The system sits quiet, contained in its own failure. Vlad turns back to the workers. He pulls the injured one closer first, the one with the broken arm, still breathing in shallow, uneven rhythm. There's no resistance. The bite is quick, controlled. Not frenzy, not loss, just enough. The blood comes warm, alive in a way nothing else in the room is. The edge of hunger recedes. Focus sharpens. He releases before it goes too far. The worker slumps, still breathing, still alive. Vlad leans in close, eyes locking, voice low, measured. The command takes hold, the memory fractures, rewrites. The moment reshapes in the man's mind. A system malfunction, a sudden failure, a misstep, a fall. Pain follows that story. The broken arm fits, the environment supports it. There is no intrusion, no attackers, no coterie, just an accident in a failing system. The man's breathing steadies. His mind settles around the new truth. The room remains quiet. 2 workers, alive, unconscious. A system that appears to have failed. No immediate trace of what really happened here. What do you do next?
All right. Well, look, I think this is a good place to stop. I think next time probably we will. Well, 1 second. Let me just. I'll switch us out of the game board unless there's any last things you want to do.
No, we just because we're here, I clouded that one guy's mind, so we'll have to finish up next time.
Yeah.
Right.
So you. 1 second. Yeah. So you're clouding everybody's minds. That's all good, and now we're just sitting in here, and the place is inactive. So, but let me switch it over here. All right, cool. So, man, my hair is getting all messed up. All right, so I'm running a little low on time because my wife needed me to quit, but we've got some stuff going on. So we're gonna pick it up from here next time. And maybe next time we will do some digging around in the computer, try to find out what's going on, and maybe get another clue to everything that's happening. But that's what we've got today, guys. So our next session will not be next Sunday; it'll be the Sunday after next Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Anything you want to say to the audience before we call it quits?
No, I appreciate everybody that viewed it and hopefully enjoyed it. And hopefully the next session I'll have better dice rolls.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you because during this whole story, you've been the kind of the punching bag of the dice.
Yeah.
But only the strong can survive such misfortune. That's what you have to remember. But all right, guys. So check us out. Tomorrow's Monday, so we'll be having some shorts come out, and Fridays we have Trailers with Mike at 6 o'clock. We do 10 trailer reactions, 5 movies and series, and then 5 video games. And then we've got I've been playing Styx, Blades of Greed. It's been taking me too long, and I've also been it's also taken me too long to get the Karen review out. So watch for those 2 things because they are a coming. But that's all we've got today, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, and just say God bless you all. Have a good night.
You